Minnesota won the toss and chose to defer, so we'll get a look at Rodgers and the Green Bay offense right from the get-go from the 25. Catch is made up to the 32-yard line. Deho. Little delay to Montgomery. Batted into the air. Ryan quickly to punt. Trevor Davis will fair catch it.
That's been a big deal.
Aaron Jones in the game. And on first down, Jordy Nelson makes a catch and target the receiver that Rhodes was covering last Thursday night.
It's outstanding.
First career start last week for Aaron Jones.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 92. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Four of those guys trying to anticipate it.
First down, they give it to Jones, and he's wrapped up by Trey Waynes. Pass rush coming, and Rodgers, a perfect throw. It would have been a first down, and Rodgers is hurt.
He took a big hit at the end of that play just as he got it out, and it looked like he might have landed on that right shoulder. That's Anthony Barr. Shoulder, right elbow.
Aaron Rodgers now in his 10th season as a Packers starting quarterback. He's up. I think he's unhappy with that hit.
Well, I partly expected to see a flag at the end of this play because when he lets it go, you could argue that he was driven, into the turf. Got Brett Hundley coming in.
Oh, and he walks in on a 3rd and 9, and they're going to keep it on the ground. And denied first down yardage is Aaron Jones.
And Stephon Diggs not playing today. Will they be able to?
Quigley. His punt. Brett Hundley will turn and hand it off to Montgomery, and that's a nice pickup. All right, now what do you know about Brett Hundley?
Injury to Rodgers.
Intercepted on a tip ball. Alexander the tip.
Well, this is what happens, Tom, when you throw the ball behind an outside breaking wide receiver in man coverage.
But of course, a number of those came on Sam Bradford, Dalvin Cook, and Stephon Diggs. This one bouncing around. Janis finds it at the 8, and now across the 15 and dumped right there.
And he is following it up with a good performance today.
Bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
Unit journal week.
Play fake. Hundley looking around. Nearly tripped up. And is tackled at the 22-yard line. Green Bay 0 for 3 so far on 3rd down. And here they come. And this is a relentless Minnesota.
Kind of a delayed blitz. He doesn't come and hit it right away. He slows down, and then here he comes. And the offensive line, they don't see it.
Ty Montgomery, who of course a year ago made the transition. Montgomery again on a pitch. What a play made by Trey Waynes. 3rd down. Hundley to throw it, and this will be a touchdown for Devontae Adams. Remember, it was last week that cornerback Quentin Robbins after the injury in the end zone a moment ago. Trevor Davis will take a knee.
Clay Matthews had the nice return that set up the touchdown, but these other guys have got to step up and do more.
Hundley airing it out on first down.
Bury him, but they want to hit these quarterbacks, and especially when they're as good as he is, with very limited career throws.
Thrown behind the intended receiver, and a flag comes in.
There were fouls by both teams during the play. Holding. Offense, number 63. Pass interference. Defense, number 22. Those fouls offset. We'll replay 3rd down.
So another 3rd down try for Hundley, and he is hit from behind and hit hard by Harrison Smith again.
4 guys that are coming on the left side of the ball, and there's just simply not enough blockers for them. And the Packers needed a takeaway, and they got it.
Play fake. Montgomery is met by a quartet of purple. Blitz coming. Hundley gets it away. Back shoulder throw to Nelson, and Rodgers like fashion there. Jordy Nelson. Good open field tackle by Waynes. Hundley just has to throw it in the ground. Hundley gets it away and trying to get into the end zone and able to get into the end zone. Or was he touched before getting there? Or did he catch the ball? A lot going on there with Montgomery, and it is a touchdown.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field has changed. The receiver never maintained control of the ball when he hit the ground. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be Green Bay's ball, 4th and goal on the 8-yard line. Please set the game clock to 1 minute, 53 seconds, please.
He didn't possess it. Good call.
26-yard field goal try is good by Mason Crosby. It could be a broken collarbone again for Aaron Rodgers, and we're about to get an update from Aaron Andrews. Davis from the goal line and brings it up to the 25. Is stopped right there. So it's Brett Hundley on the first drive.
They lose so much without Aaron Rodgers, and now it's Brett Hundley for the foreseeable future. Looked like a pretty easy one for them, but it cost the Packers 3 points.
Excellent third down slant reception. Going to throw it on first down, and that's a nice play. Second down at the yard, and Aaron Jones. Lucas Patrick is in. Third down at the yard, and they didn't get it. Trevor Davis waits on the kick. 5 yards out of his own end zone, will take a knee.
I mean, a lot of these teams, all of these teams have their own issues that they're having to deal with.
On first down, this is Aaron Jones at a gain of 9.
Collarbone, and sometimes the landings don't look like much, but
right now, and they've both been injured a lot already this year. Hundley, a strike to Devontae Adams and Jari Evans. Third down and 2. And a one-handed interception by Harrison Smith. Run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Or did the ball hit the ground right here? Let's keep an eye out on it before he got his hands underneath it. Touchdowns and field goals. And some of these drives have stalled against a depleted Green Bay secondary by Minnesota on offense. Davis.
And then no offensive line. I mean, he's not really been given much of a shot.
Witkowski out of the backfield.
But with all the injuries that they have, they got a lot of other problems besides just not having Aaron Rodgers. Only because of everything else that's happening with this team.
Rolling right and throwing down the field. That was nearly caught by Jordy Nelson.
Play. He tore just about every ligament in the knee.
That punt nearly blocked. Davis from the 35-yard line is tackled at the 44, and there's a penalty.
The return. Illegal block in the back by the return team, number 25. 10-yard penalty. Green Bay's ball, first down.
Story where he lost his wife Vicky back in their Ohio home in 2009. His father, he played for him.
They do love playing.
They love it.
They really do.
I mean, there are too many examples of guys where, you know, Zimmer to Minnesota, and Newman will tell you this guy went out on a limb for me. Packers 5 of 5 on fourth downs this year, but of course that's with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Well, they're going to convert on a 4th down here. And now very much coming back to earth. That's a good throw there by Hundley.
Losing to Miami.
Hundley gets it away. Hit roughly half the number of times he's dropped back. Career sacks. 3rd down and 10. All day to throw it this time. And underthrows Devontae Adams. And hit from behind.
Smith looked like he was hugging the line of scrimmage. He bails out to double the outside.
J.D. Spielman at Ohio State. Got a chance to play football in Nebraska. A huge game last night and a big loss.
First time they have all their offensive players playing in a game. A lot has changed.
350, 4 touchdowns. The defense is swarming New Orleans in a dominant effort. And then you're starting the next week in Pittsburgh.
Sudden now are certainly contenders, or feel they can be.
Randall Cobb to the 32. Well, after the Eagles beat the prior, one never knows. Screen to Jones.
Defending the home turf. And regardless of Aaron going down or not, this would be a big win for the Minnesota Vikings within the division.
4th down.
Passes I care to see.
A little more than that here. And Adams to the 39-yard line, a first down.
You know, they've only really seen him in preseason. Need to evaluate him a little bit differently.
Martellus Bennett. Bennett didn't know the play. He's standing there looking at the quarterback.
To find a veteran guy or make a move, I don't know.
That quarterback is Joe Callahan. 3rd down and 2. Catch made, out of bounds goes Adams. Finally steps up into the pocket and is wrapped up by Joseph and Robinson. They had an early master's degree class in that same injury. Oh boy, did Hundley get hit. And he's intercepted.
There's Brian Robinson coming around the edge, and he's the one who gets enough, and Linval Joseph finishes him off.
Oh.
That's kind of been the story for Brett Hundley throughout this game. Brett Robinson is, I think he's a heck of a player. They've been dominant.